What's up, peeps? This is a video review of a RTA here. It's a very old RTA. It's from 2015, 2016. It's called the Bellus RTA by Udetech, or Unification of Design. Now, I'm running it on a high end. It is a skill and key mech mod. This is a 22 millimeter RTA. Um, the build deck on it is actually really good. I like the build deck. It pops out, so it's kind of like the Steam Crave Titan type of scenario, or not Titans, the Steam Crave 30 millimeter, and so on and so forth. Um, the deck is a two-post shared lead design, so you do have to have some smaller coils in here. You can run decently sized ones in here, like 2.5 is what the max I would fit in here. Let's pull out the deck here. That is what the deck looks like. That's how I do the cotton on this thing. They wrap up decently good. I'm just gonna screw this on fully. Let's not fuck up my cotton. Pretty good. There's two notches which match with the notches on the sides where the coils are. Those little things there. So when you pop them in, you have to not do that. Pop them in at a little bit of an angle and push it until it clicks. So it's kind of tricky here, even with this. There we go. So you pop them in like that. Now I'm keeping the tank upside down because of the fact that it is full of juice. And then you click it in and screw it from there. And then you get this ring. You pop it on the top here, and then you thread it down. It has a good threading. It's very buttery smooth. It is severely smooth, and I love it. It has a Pyrex glass tank, and the measurements I have for the belt cap, so where that little conical shape is about a 3 millimeter tall, and then the shaft section is a 4.5 millimeter in diameter tube. And then you got your fill port, it's top fill. So you have a big fucking rubber grommet right there. Two holes to fill right there. Very big juice holes to fill it up. So you fill up with one side, air shapes the other. Now with this one, you do close off the airflow if you put your top cap back on. Top cap is very nice. I have an aftermarket drip tip in there. It's just a standard stainless steel drip tip, otherwise known as the tooth chipper tips. um, but yeah, 510 connection, very not protruding on this model here, so not hybrid safe. This is a center posted type of 510 for this mech mod, very safe for this type of scenario. So you could adjust the 510, so even if the 510 is sunken in, you can still use it on this mech mod specifically. Threading on the 510 is actually nice and smooth, which is honestly really good. You do get a little bit of leaky on it because it can be kind of leaky if you don't do it right, but it works. It's a 3 milliliter capacity, so it's not TPD compliant. Well, it is actually because it's post TPD compliance laws. I think that's how it works in the UK and Europe, which I think TPD is the stupidest thing that's ever been invented, but you know, whatever. But it looks super sexy on the Skeleton Key mech mod here. It is a full SS setup, and I love it. I'm a fan of SS. I love it. Stainless steel, which is what SS stands for, not the other SS. Mind you, not the other SS. SS just has a good little luster to it when it's all polished up, or even in a little bit of a well, it could be considered media blasted, but this is more of a matte type of luster. Like you get this to shine, no problem with polish, but you don't really want to polish a stainless steel mech because it's pointless. But yeah, some vapor production for you. Very good. Um, no real complaints on it right now. I am running a 6 milligram juice in this, and it hits good. It's kind of a weird airflow, so it's honeycomb. But if you can see through there, I'm not going to take it all apart again. Um, it's a little pinhole, but that pinhole goes directly to your coil. So you get pure flavor, and you can adjust it very, very well. When you adjust it, it kind of works as like not a, it looks like a K fun, but it's really not. It's two post design. But anyway, it works like the K fun type style, where if you can close off a lot, you can actually get it to an MTL. Close off to one hole open, and you can get an MTL off of sub ohm. You can get an MTL cloud off there, or if you open her wide open, you can get it to chuck. This thing is leaking a little bit right now. Just a little bit, not that much. It does get quite hot though. That's one of my biggest complaints about this thing. It does get hot. So if you, let's say, vape it too much, you can start to feel it. It is a very small chamber. It's a 10 millimeter chamber, so the deck is a 9. I think it's a 9.5 millimeter deck. So you can't really put big coils in there. Like you could. The ports are big enough to put fucking big ass coils that are like this big in there. But you won't be able to put the top cap on, so you have to fucking straight pipe it, basically, and just fuck with that. Now, I got my knife here to show you the airflow on it. Airflow, again, is pretty good. Sorry, I was doing this for Oreos earlier, so yeah. You can get this very wide open, too. But no, the honeycomb airflow is pretty good. Again, a 510 drip tip, too. 510. So I got I think this is kind of like a fake 810. I call it the fake 810s because they're big looking 810. So it's kind of like a chuff, but it's pretty much just a 510 drip tip. So it does restrict it quite a fair bit. I kind of want to put micro aliens in here. So like 28 by 40 aliens, if I can get somebody to make me those, because I've tried that before and that fucking sucked. But I got 25 Rs rocking in here, 0.13. So kind of lowish for 25 Rs, but it works. Red O-rings too, so you can actually see the red O-rings. So red O-rings are good, in my opinion, for two reasons. One, they don't degrade like silicone. Two, they're basically sealable. Very, very, very good O-rings. I like black, red, and there's actually one thing I had which had yellow and blue O-rings. And I think there's a debate on different materials, but silicone, I fucking hate silicone O-rings. Clear O-rings, they just get eaten up by citrus juices and whatnot in there, and it just sucks majorly to get that. But anyway, the Bellus, it's actually a very good RTA. I like it a lot. One complaint is that it's a very small chamber, but it's a flavorful but small chamber. So I want to get the V2 from 2017 and compare that to the V1 and have a comparison video. But it's a really old RTA. It works the charm, and it just does everything that you'll need it to do. And it lasts quite well with the juice in there. The juice that I have in there is a 70-30 mix, and I'm getting roughly 200 to 250 hits before I have to refill it, which is very good for wicking, very good for juice efficiency, and yeah, I've been chuffing on it for the past 3-4 hours now, and I'm on my second battery of the day, and this is the juice level from when I filled it. So, yeah, like I had it rewicked with another juice like a couple hours ago, but the cotton in there and the way it wicks is so good. With this one, your wicking is key though, since it is centered airflow, so it's centered with the coils. If you have bad wicking, you will leak, and your tank will piss juice. I've actually wicked it wrong one time yesterday, but because I got it like 2 days ago, right? Traded it, got it in a trade, but it pissed juice, and I was like, "What the fuck is it pissing juice for?" It just it was because my wicking, because I was trying to do the Rip Trippers way, because I seen his review on it, didn't work. So I just like stuff in those channels and stuff, and it's getting it all stuffed up in there, and then have a little bit of an air hole. So I'll take a pin and pin a hole through it, so that it just has that air release coming out. So the release will push the juice down up, and then the release through the drip tip will create the vacuum pressure that you need, yet still having some airflow for the juice to flow down to. But no, I like it a lot. It's a good RTA. Good for beginners too, honestly. If you pick one up, very good for beginners. But no, this is my video review of the Bellus RTA. Thanks for watching.